Stop. January 18th stands before us like a quiet bell in the night. 1 minute left. Not a threat. Not fear. A call for attention. When moments like this arrive, they arrive softly, yet they carry the weight of destiny. Many will scroll past. Few will listen. Fewer still will understand why this day carries a message meant only for the prepared. I am Shi Hengyi. Years of discipline, silence, and observation teach one truth above all others: life speaks in narrow windows. January 18th represents such a window, a spiritual threshold where awareness either awakens or passes by unnoticed. This message points toward unseen movement already unfolding around your name. Wealth, opportunity, provision, these forces never rush. They align, and alignment requires presence. Stay with me until the end of this video, because surface meaning reveals nothing. Beneath the words "only 1 minute left" lies a deeper law: attention shapes reality. Missed attention creates missed outcomes. This teaching reveals how divine timing works, why blessings often arrive quietly, and how hesitation closes doors already opened. Many seek abundance through force. Few understand the stillness required to receive it. January 18th marks a narrowing path. Not everyone stands ready to walk it. The difference between those who receive and those who wait often comes down to awareness in a single moment. This message clarifies that moment. It explains why sudden shifts occur without warning, why resources move towards some and away from others, and why recognition matters more than effort. Remain present. Listen closely. Truth unfolds layer by layer. Welcome to Shaolin Divine Flow. This space exists for those walking the inner path with discipline and clarity. Subscribe to the channel and step into the flow where wisdom, timing, and purpose meet. Pause for a moment. This message did not arrive by accident. In the natural world, timing decides everything. Seeds do not grow because they are planted. They grow because the season agrees. In the same way, messages reach the right ears only when the inner season is ready. Many scroll past words like these every day. They feel nothing. They sense nothing. Yet you stopped. That alone speaks. Divine timing works quietly. It does not chase attention. It waits for alignment. When the mind slows and the heart opens, certain words begin to resonate, not because they are loud, but because they are precise. This is why this message reached you now, not earlier, not later, now. Not everyone hears this, because not everyone is prepared to listen. Readiness is not intelligence. It is not effort. It is a state of inner order. When chaos rules within, clarity cannot enter. When distraction dominates, guidance remains unseen. Many ask for signs while drowning them out with noise. You are here because something within you has settled enough to notice the subtle pull, a quiet sense that something is shifting, a feeling that old patterns no longer fit. This awareness is the true invitation. Wealth, opportunity, and growth respond to awareness first, not desire. In disciplined practice, I have seen this again and again. The student does not choose the moment. The moment chooses the student. When resistance softens, instruction appears. When attachment loosens, provision moves. When readiness arrives, the message finds its target without effort. This is why the timing matters more than the words themselves. Another day, another hour, this message would pass through you like wind. Today, it stays. Today, it asks for presence. And presence is the doorway through which all meaningful change enters. Listen closely to the phrase, "only 1 minute left." This is not a ticking clock. No seconds are falling away. Nothing is being taken from you. This minute is symbolic. It represents a narrow window of awareness, a moment where clarity stands close, but only for those who notice. In life, the most important shifts never announce exact deadlines. They appear as inner nudges, a sense of urgency without panic, a quiet knowing that something is asking for attention now, not later. This minute points to that space, the space between hesitation and action, between distraction and presence. Many misunderstand this. They think opportunity disappears because time runs out. In truth, opportunity fades because attention drifts. When awareness closes, doors feel locked, even when they remain open. This message speaks to that final opening where recognition still has power. Spiritual transfers happen in this state. Not when the mind is rushing, not when fear is loud. They happen when awareness sharpens, when the noise settles just enough to see what was already placed nearby. A connection, an idea, a decision waiting to be made. This is why some people receive suddenly. Outsiders call it luck. Insiders understand readiness. They recognize the minute. They did not delay. They did not ask for proof. They acted from alignment, not desperation. This minute also reveals something uncomfortable. Many blessings pass through life unclaimed, not stolen, not blocked, simply unnoticed. The world rewards those who stay awake long enough to respond. Sleepwalking through opportunities carries no punishment, only repetition. Right now, awareness stands closer than usual. Old patterns loosen. New possibilities hover quietly. This is the moment to stop chasing and start positioning. To release the need to force outcomes and instead allow clarity to guide movement. The minute is not ending, it is offering itself. And awareness decides whether it opens further or gently closes without resistance. Understand this deeply. True spiritual transfers rarely arrive with noise. The mind expects dramatic signs, sudden announcements, obvious miracles. Yet the greatest shifts move silently, slipping past those waiting for spectacle. Large blessings do not knock loudly. They pass through subtle doors, through chances that seem ordinary, through names that appear twice, through thoughts that arrive uninvited but persistent. A quiet idea can carry more power than a loud promise. A brief conversation can alter an entire financial path. A small nudge to act, call, speak, or move can unlock resources prepared long before the action itself. These are not coincidences. They are signals, and signals require sensitivity, not excitement. Most people miss them because they look too simple. The mind says, that cannot be it, so it waits for something bigger, something clearer, something safer. And in waiting, the moment passes without resistance. Spiritual provision works through alignment, not pressure. When inner tension dissolves, the right openings appear naturally. You notice patterns forming, support arriving from unexpected directions, help emerging without being requested. This is not randomness, this is response. The wealthy in spirit and outcome share one trait: attentiveness. They listen beneath the surface, they respect small movements, they respond before certainty arrives. Confidence grows from action, not from guarantees. A name mentioned twice is not accidental. A sudden urge to change direction is not weakness. A chance encounter is not luck. These are invitations dressed in simplicity. The quiet ones carry the greatest weight. This is why silence sharpens perception. When external noise fades, internal guidance grows clear. Stillness reveals pathways hidden by urgency. And once seen, they cannot be unseen. Right now, subtle movement surrounds you. Nothing dramatic, nothing loud, just gentle alignment asking for recognition. The next step may feel small, yet small steps taken at the right moment redirect entire lives. Those who receive understand this law well. They stay present, they trust the nudge, and they move without waiting for applause. The phrase "a billionaire sent money in your name" is not meant to be taken at the surface. It points to a deeper law of provision. Resources move through channels, not labels. The source is rarely who the mind expects. Divine provision does not follow human logic. It follows alignment. Many limit their own receiving by deciding in advance how help should arrive. They look toward familiar doors, predictable paths, known faces, yet abundance often comes from outside the frame of expectation, through someone you barely notice, through an opportunity that feels unrelated, through a shift that first looks inconvenient. In disciplined observation, one truth becomes clear. God uses unexpected hands. When help arrives from a surprising place, the ego cannot claim credit. Control dissolves. Gratitude deepens. This keeps the channel open. Predictable sources strengthen dependency. Unexpected ones strengthen trust. The word billionaire symbolizes capacity, not a person. It represents overflow. It points to resources beyond personal effort, beyond savings, beyond struggle. When alignment is correct, provision can exceed logic because it is not generated by force. Often, the transfer begins long before the receiver notices. A decision made months earlier, a connection formed casually, a skill developed quietly. These threads converge at the right moment. Suddenly, what seems like luck appears. In truth, it is timing completing its circuit. This is why comparison blocks receiving. Watching how others gain blinds awareness to your own channels. Provision arrives through paths shaped specifically for you. No two routes are identical. Trust allows recognition. Doubt creates blindness. Remain open to unconventional movement. A door opening sideways still leads forward. A detour still advances the journey. When the mind loosens its grip on expectation, alignment responds quickly. The transfer does not shout its arrival. It waits for acknowledgement. And acknowledgement begins the moment you stop deciding how help must look. Many lose what was meant for them without ever realizing it arrived. Not because it was taken away, but because it was overlooked. Doubt clouds recognition. Distraction scatters attention. Delay quietly closes doors that never announce they are closing. Doubt whispers that you are not ready, that it is too good, that waiting feels safer than moving. It convinces the mind to seek certainty before action, even though certainty only follows action. While the mind debates, the moment moves on. Distraction plays an even subtler role. Endless noise fills the inner space. Constant input leaves no room for guidance to surface. Signs appear, yet they are drowned out by urgency, comparison, and unnecessary worry. When awareness fragments, alignment cannot land. Delay feels harmless. Just a pause. Just one more day. Yet delay is often disguised refusal. Opportunities respond to readiness, not intention. When readiness hesitates, energy redirects elsewhere without judgment. Nothing is punished. It simply flows where it is welcomed. Blessings operate by recognition. They respond to acknowledgement. Ignored signals fade, not out of cruelty, but out of balance. Life continues forward. What is not received remains unused. An unused potential always seeks a new container. Many believe abundance is scarce. In truth, awareness is scarce. The world is full of open channels, yet few stay present long enough to notice them. Those who receive are not special. They are attentive. They respond while others wait for reassurance. Old habits strengthen this pattern. Comfort in the familiar dulls sensitivity to change. Even positive change can feel threatening when identity is attached to struggle. Letting go of struggle can feel like losing control, even when it brings relief. To receive what is already near, speed is not required. Presence is. Movement aligned with clarity keeps channels open. Stillness combined with decisiveness prevents loss. What is meant for you does not chase. It waits, and waiting does not last forever. January 18th is more than a date. It is a gate, not superstition, not ritual, a gate of decision energy. The choices made within this window carry weight far beyond the day itself. Energy responds to attention. Decisions act like magnets, pulling circumstance, opportunity, and movement toward their focus. This gate marks a moment where hesitation feels heavier, where clarity feels sharper, where small actions ripple forward in ways unseen. Life does not wait, yet it does respond. What you embrace today echoes forward, shaping weeks, months, even years that follow. Many treat days as ordinary, unaware of their unseen significance. They act as if all moments hold equal weight. Yet some moments are portals. January 18th is one of them. A doorway appears not in the physical world, but in the energetic alignment surrounding every choice, every thought, every willingness to receive. This is why presence matters. Half-hearted effort or distracted attention weakens the impact of what could arrive. Fully tuned awareness, even for a brief period, strengthens the signal. Energy responds not to wishful thinking, but to conscious positioning. The gate is open now, not because you must act recklessly, not because the universe demands it. It is open because readiness has arrived, and energy aligns naturally with those who notice, those who pause, breathe, and recognize the moment, gain momentum that others will only chase later. Every intention, spoken word, and silent acknowledgement today sends out a signal. It tells the universe, I am ready, I accept. This energy does not vanish, it compounds, it attracts opportunities, guidance, and provision precisely tuned to the readiness behind it. January 18th asks for recognition. Not perfection, not certainty, simply presence. The choice to step forward in alignment, rather than let the day pass unnoticed, transforms ordinary time into a powerful lever for change. Stop chasing. Stop running after what is already moving toward you. Chasing comes from lack. It comes from the belief that effort alone can force results. This is a misunderstanding of how abundance works. The universe does not respond to desperation. It responds to alignment, to readiness, to presence. Receiving requires stillness, not passivity, but intentional positioning. Like a river flowing into a canal, blessings move naturally toward the open space you create. Effort without awareness is noise. Awareness without action is stillness. True receiving balances both. Begging, pleading, or overthinking signals doubt. It tells the world and yourself that you do not trust what is coming. This blocks flow. It delays timing. It pushes provision past your grasp. Positioning, on the other hand, signals confidence. It signals trust. It signals clarity that the door is open and you are ready to step through. Positioning starts with internal alignment. Quiet the mind. Focus the intention. Recognize the opportunities already near. Let go of old habits that scramble energy. Stop asking for signs. Begin acknowledging the subtle guidance that surrounds you now. Receiving also requires decisiveness. The moment asks for recognition. When a chance appears, even in a small form, act from trust. Small steps in alignment often create larger outcomes than frantic leaps of faith. Fortune favors those who move in rhythm with readiness, not panic. Chasing exhausts. Receiving empowers. Chasing fragments attention. Receiving strengthens presence. Chasing demands proof. Receiving trusts timing. Begin to practice subtle attentiveness. Notice the ideas, the names, the nudges, and the doors that appear quietly. Place yourself where they naturally arrive. Step into alignment and let provision flow toward you without force, without struggle, without fear. This is how abundance travels fastest. Not to those who push, but to those who prepare, position, and receive. Faith is not loud. It does not announce itself with words or gestures. True faith moves quietly, subtly, beneath the surface, shaping outcomes before the world notices. It is action, not noise. It is visible, not in what is said, but in what is done, and in how the mind is aligned while doing it. Silence sharpens perception. Stillness creates space for insight. Obedience to inner guidance unlocks pathways that effort alone cannot reveal. The universe responds to clarity more than volume. The smallest inner shifts, letting go of doubt, choosing presence over distraction, trusting a nudge instead of questioning it, set into motion outcomes far beyond immediate comprehension. Most people seek faith in dramatics, in loud declarations, in external proof, in reassurance from others. Yet faith expressed this way is fragile. It bends under pressure and dissipates with delay. Real faith moves quietly but with precision. It honors timing. It trusts alignment. It acts when the moment whispers rather than shouts. Small adjustments in thought, focus, and intention create disproportionate results. A single decision to step toward readiness instead of hesitation can redirect months of unseen energy. A willingness to acknowledge what is already near often multiplies what appears as scarcity into sudden overflow. Faith is also discipline. It requires letting go of the need to control, the need to force, and the need to prove. The mind must learn patience, not passivity. It must cultivate confidence, not desperation. These are internal movements, almost invisible, yet they carry the power to shift the external world dramatically. When presence, quiet obedience, and attentiveness combine, doors that once seemed closed begin to open. Guidance flows, opportunities emerge, and resources align. The change is rarely instant, but the direction is unmistakable. Faith is therefore measured in alignment, not clamor, in stillness, not chaos, in subtle shifts, not grand gestures. This is the engine that drives spiritual and material movement alike. Release the story you have carried about money. Every belief, every doubt, every fear about scarcity forms a barrier. You cannot receive new wealth while clinging to old patterns. The mind interprets past limitations as present reality, and the energy around you obeys that signal. A poverty mindset does more than restrict. It blinds. It convinces the spirit that abundance belongs elsewhere, to someone else, at some other time. It teaches patience in waiting rather than presence in receiving. It whispers, "Not now, not you." And when this voice goes unchallenged, provision slips quietly past. Old financial identity is not only about lack. It is attachment to struggle, to worry, to familiar effort. The mind grows comfortable in repeated cycles, even if they bring frustration. Letting go feels risky because it asks for trust in what has not yet appeared. Yet staying tethered ensures stagnation, while release opens space for movement. The moment to release is now, not tomorrow, not when conditions seem perfect. Let go of self-limiting stories. Release the belief that money must be hard to earn, that opportunity must be earned, or that abundance carries a cost you cannot bear. These thoughts are anchors, weighing down the energy meant to flow freely toward you. Shift perception from scarcity to alignment. Recognize that resources are already circulating in your direction. Opportunities, guidance, unexpected channels of support. They exist beyond your old patterns of thinking. They respond not to desire alone, but to readiness. Inner transformation precedes external shift. Every subtle mental adjustment, every conscious acknowledgement of worthiness opens the doorway wider. Provision does not arrive to those clinging to the old self. It comes to those willing to step fully into a new identity, one aligned with abundance, one prepared to receive without resistance. The past need not define the present. Release and space opens. Faith, presence, and alignment step in where limitation once held sway. This is your invitation. Not in words shouted, not in signs flashed across the sky, but in the quiet alignment of your own awareness. Open or lose it. Not as punishment, but as the natural law of readiness. The universe does not withhold. It moves according to preparedness. When the mind hesitates, when the heart doubts, opportunity flows elsewhere. Not because it is gone, but because it meets resistance. The moment is subtle yet profound. It waits not for perfection, not for certainty, but for recognition. Recognition that the chance is here, that guidance is near, that provision has already begun its movement toward you, and it is patient only to the degree that your attention is present. Once the pause extends too long, the door closes, not with judgment, but with the quiet efficiency of alignment obeying its own rules. Take a breath now. Inhale slowly. Let the tension of doubt fall away. Exhale hesitation. Feel the space open inside. Notice the sensations of readiness, the spark of intuition, the subtle pull toward action, the awareness that something has shifted in your energy. Listen inwardly. No noise, no distractions. Simply the clarity of your own being. Ask yourself, am I ready to receive what has already been placed before me? Am I willing to align my energy with the opportunity moving toward me? The answers do not arrive in words, but in feeling, in knowing, in the calm decisiveness that signals you are awake to the moment. Decide, not with haste, not with panic. Decide with presence. The choice is yours, to open the door fully and step into alignment, or to let the opportunity pass quietly, waiting for another form, another time. This is the rhythm of abundance, awareness, readiness, recognition. Pause, listen, align, and let your decision resonate outward, shaping what comes next. Remember this, the power of today is not in what you chase, but in what you choose to recognize and receive. Every subtle shift, every quiet decision shapes the path ahead. Stand in awareness, trust the guidance, and let readiness open doors that were always meant for you. If this message spoke to you, like this video and subscribe to Shaolin Divine Flow. Align your attention with this space and allow the energy of possibility to continue flowing toward you. Carry this moment with you. Believe in your own readiness. Step forward with calm certainty and watch how life responds when you honor the subtle power of presence. The door is open. Walk through it with faith and let abundance greet you naturally.